He do blindfold. There are 3 evils that are attached to spiritual blindness. Number 1, poverty. Wherever you see a poor man, the first thing that poor man lacks is ability to see. And the word seeing is synonymous to knowing. Somebody is looking for gold, but the gold is with him, he can't see it. He want to travel to Hungary or Poland to look for money, when Lagos is one of the richest countries in the world. He want to go to village of China to go and do odd job, when he's a prince. Blindness. Another evil is death. Death is not the will of God. But God will never deliver somebody who is doomed, who is spiritually and mentally blind, from death. God does not save men from death. God gives men eyes to save themselves. He gives men eyes to save themselves. God does not give men money. God gives men eyes to get money. God does not deliver men from sickness. God gives men eyes to shield themselves from the arrow of the devil. So what can you see? So Satan is a master in blindfolding people. I said Satan is. Come on, excuse me, he's a devoted, cunning master. He's a liar of all times. He says it doesn't matter to things that make meaning. So I want to say that if anybody hearing my voice and you are spiritually blind, I command your eyes to open. When we are praying the night, I say, Lord, destroy the veil of covering upon the people. Why has Satan subdued the Igbos so much, if not for spiritual blindness? Somebody said, we are looking for money. I said, there's no human being that doesn't love money. What matters is how you get it. You don't make it a God. Don't lose your life for it. I said, don't lose your life. Now, let me explain to you what is called, let me tell you how derogatory spiritual blindness is, how terrible. The measure of dishonor it brings to men. The Jews were praying for a Messiah. I said the Jews were praying for, they were praying for a Messiah. They were praying for a Messiah, and a Messiah came. Spiritual blindness made them to kill somebody they were praying to. Do you know the level of virtue Anna lost her life, and Simeon? John the Baptist came to introduce prophets like Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Moses, Micaiah. They all fasted and prayed, stay consecrated, just to introduce Jesus. Now Jesus introduced blind people, spiritually blind people, who put on the toga of evil and kill a Messiah. Somebody they have suffered so much to welcome. Now there is no limit to a kind of evil that blindness will not accomplish. Every day this meeting will say end. They will be tempting you. Satan will be busy tempting you to move away from the path of success. He will use people who have ended their life. People who have done what? People who are confused. People who are confused and their life is doomed, and they are mobilized as ambassadors of failure to give a woman of vision fake options. A woman of vision what? Fake options. I want to ask you something. If vision is not clear to me and my life didn't end, how can Lagos Army have camp? A properly developed camp. I am a master in investing whatever that come into my hand, including my life, and it has brought me out. So I don't even give anybody a chance to lead me about. I am a master in investment. Excuse me, for more than 3 hours, have I said any stupid thing? I said for what? For more than 3 hours, have I said any stupid thing here? Now, did I not come from proper preparation? It doesn't matter whether you do something with what I'm saying or not. What I'm saying is that I know the value of what I'm saying. Because it's already documented. It will not be forgotten. So I will never be blind. I told them in the morning, if not blindness, why will Christians gather together? Gather together and be saying, the lamb that left the earth 2,000 years ago will return. Where has it been done? Where has it been done that the spirit that died and went to heaven returned to men? Can I tell you something? There are two things that make men to believe in evil. Number one is wickedness. Number two, greed. And probably number three, evil foundation. If the church is not evil, why would they believe that the lamb will come back? The lamb will never come back. The lamb has finished a mechanism of the suffering king, of the suffering servant, and then left. The lion must come back for another mechanism. The mechanism of the suffering king. Now, it will take spiritual blindness, a maimed sight, for somebody to say that Jesus, the lamb, is coming back. When an army is already imagined from the church, when is imagined forcefully, when the spirit of vengeance is imagined, when the best people of the earth are already coming out of the church to declare the kingship of God, the kingship of the Lion of Judah, and to declare the millennial kingdom. Now hear me. Nobody will separate you from the purpose that took your life. I said nobody. From the purpose. So if you want to be bold, invest your life in these purposes. And your name, listen, I said this as prophecy to some people who are hearing me. There are people I know. There are people I know on earth that throughout the whole of eternity, they will never lose their name. I said they will. No, they will never. Do you know how I know they will not lose their name? They have invested their life properly on the Lion's ministry. So nobody will talk about the coming of the Lion of Judah until your name is mentioned. If the name of Anna was not forgotten, if the story of Jesus contained the story of Simeon, why will you forget the modern day Simeon, the modern day Anna, the modern day Peter, the modern day Mary Magdalene? They are part of that story. There is no man on earth that was given a mandate that team people were not also called. I say, you can't mention Moses without talking about Joshua. You cannot keep that singer called Miriam background. How do you keep Aholiab? Keep Hor? Keep Aaron? Are their lives not also taken? Their lives were. Let me hand over to something. Please hear me. Nothing is more ridiculous. Nothing is more ridiculous than keeping your life somewhere and keep on walking around. You don't have leg. Your leg is vision. Don't take your leg anywhere vision cannot follow. That leg has no value outside vision. I said, that what? If you keep your heart somewhere else and carry your leg somewhere, your leg will be destroyed. It cannot have value outside vision. Do you know, excuse me, do you know what is called insult? What is called insult is for somebody to look at something that have taken your life very well and ask you to ignore it. Anytime you get somebody in discussion, the person discovered you're saying the same thing. You're calling the one name continuously. And you have called this name for about 15 years, about 10 years. And you're always calling it. And that person said, why are you always calling it? Are you a slave? Tell him that you are, that you're already dead. Slave is a small thing. I said, tell him, slave is what? Tell him that this thing, I can't separate my life from it. I've given it everything and I'm not going to go away. You have already created history. You can't create two histories. You write on your paper. That's why I said on learning discreetly. If you are Jesus, don't go to school of Pharisees. Don't go to. You can't go to school of Pharisees. Don't even buy form. You shouldn't buy form of school of Pharisees. It doesn't matter whether the form is cheap or expensive. There are spiritual knowledge. Write on your paper. I said there are spiritual revelation. There are revelations that are good, but they are not relevant now. Today, I said there are revelations that are what? But they are not now, not today. They are no longer relevant now. Not today anymore. Maybe they were relevant 20 years ago. They are not relevant this afternoon. But let me tell you something.